during his birth and his return after death. Some people are now busy doing shopping, decorations, and everything, trying to budget the money and making list for those people they wanted to buy a gift for Christmas. But sometimes they forgot of something that needed to be written down, and that is having a time with God, communing with Him alone, having a personal talk with Him about who He was in this earth. He is the Alpha and the Omega. Some Christians, they interpret the 4 Advent candles as the first candle, or the prophet candle, as it says, symbolize the hope and anticipation of Christ coming in the flesh, as prophesied in so many places in the Old Testament. The second candle recalls how Christ appeared in flesh in a humble manner, being born of a Virgin Mary in the insignificant village of Bethlehem. This is why this candle is often referred to as the Bethlehem candle. The third candle is known as the shepherd's candle. It recalls the rejoicing of the shepherds when they were departed after having seen the Christ child in the stable. And the fourth candle is the angel's candle. It reminds us of the heavenly host that announced the good news of our Savior's birth. And in addition to that is the white candle, is in the middle, which signifies or stands as Christ's candle, the salvation candle. So the title of my sermon is all about preparations for Christmas. The first one, God prepared the world for the first Christmas. Maybe you heard about Shakespeare, who wrote about all the world's stage, all the world's event is a stage. And Luke chapter 2, verse 1 to 4 details how God set the stage for His grand and glorious Christmas production. In fact, more than 7 centuries before we come to the scene of Jesus' birth, the prophet Micah told us that the setting would be in Bethlehem. When we considered that God was making preparation for the birth of Jesus, we have to think about the message of the prophet who said in Micah chapter 5 verse 2, "But thou Bethlehem Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall come forth the Messiah." Was it a coincidence that brought Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem? No, it's not a coincidence. For as someone says that Augustus, or Caesar Augustus, while sending forth his edicts to the utmost limits of the east, little knew that on his part he was doing the decrees or obeying the decrees of the King of Kings. God's direction is evident even in the movement of the population. Caesar had thought to feed his pride and eventually fill his population to the census and taxation process. But God was using this to get Mary and Joseph where needed to be.